Amir, are we live? Because it's still showing practice.
If you're late, you get to the mess as soon as possible, grab your food, run to the class.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The classes start sometimes at 8:30 or 9:30 and they last till 4:30 or 5:30.
Life at Bennett for me is pretty hectic, but because I enjoy everything I do, it's fun most of the time.
We get free by 5:30. We're done for the day by 5:30, and after that it's our time.
So the mess is basically the hub of Bennett University. Every student after the classes, before the classes, evening time, be it day, be it morning, be it dinner time, you're going to find majority of the students sitting inside the mess, basically hanging out with their friends.
We keep on having events and competitions every week, so these things never let, life at Bennett get boring.
When I'm just free, so I can go up to the music room to jam up with someone.
In the last 8 months, for which I've lived in the hostel, I've changed completely. It's like I've become independent, I do my stuff on my own. Basically, I don't have mom around, so everything falls onto me.
It really helps me build myself into the person I want to be.
We have a football ground, we have lawn tennis courts, we have basketball courts, we have badminton courts, we have a swimming pool, we have an entire gym, and I try to utilize the max out of it. This is me, and this is my university, Bennett University.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Friday evening edition of Webinar with the Students, the Student Diaries, organized by Bennett University, where we talk about a particular program, we discuss with the students, we get to find out the curriculum, the pedagogy, the infrastructure, the internship and placement facilities, the hostel and campus life, and host of other activities undertaken at the university. My name is Anirban, and I'm a part of the admissions, marketing, and outreach team at Bennett University. And today, we'll be discussing about a 5-year law program offered at Bennett University in the form of BA and BA.LLBs. And what better way to find out about the curriculum or maybe about the university as a whole than to ask it from the students themselves. And for that purpose, I have got with me a couple of students who are pursuing the course of law at Bennett University. Firstly, I have Ms. Diksha Diwaker. She is a BA.LLB honors student at Bennett University from the batch of 2019-2024, and she is from Delhi. And I also have Mr. Samarth Jhunjhunwala, who is a BA.LLB honors student from Bennett University from the batch of 2020 to 2025, and Samarth is from Mirzapur. So welcome Diksha and Samarth to this student diaries with Bennett University, where we interact with you and get to find out about the university as a whole, and most importantly about the course that you both are pursuing, the BA.LLB course and the BB.LLB courses, right? So before we move ahead, just a little bit of information about how the program would flow. We have got 30 minutes in our hand, and we have got approximately a host of questions from students and parents who are interested in putting their son or daughter at Bennett University, the students who would be studying the course of law at Bennett University. So we've got a huge number of questions from them, and we have segregated the most relevant ones, which we are going to ask in front of you, Diksha, as well as Samarth. And by the way you are answering the questions, the feedback that you give about the questions that are coming on your way would be enough for the students to understand how great Bennett University is doing, how wonderfully the course of law is designed, the curriculum, and in fact how the faculty members are helping, and finally how the university is placing and moving forward for the placement and internship opportunities. So my first question, as we normally go, with the lady being first, and obviously you are a senior, Diksha, the first question would be offered to you. And the question is, when you passed out class 12 approximately 3 years back, or a couple of years back, why did you choose law as a career? So what made you choose law as a career? So over to you, Diksha, if you can just answer this question.
First off, thank you for the warm welcome, sir. So when I, took admission in Bennett, there was no, passed out batch at that point of time. So the thing was, I was lucky enough to meet with the faculty, right? I was lucky enough to have a, go at what all the opportunities Bennett is providing. So that was the reason that, made me choose Bennett. The faculty, the facilities, the opportunities. So being a law student, I believe, even if the university is new, the opportunities are the thing that matters, and are the stuff that, a student would want to have in their knowledge. So that was the main reason why I chose Bennett, because there are ample amount of opportunities that are presented to a student. So that is why.
Right. Thank you. So Samarth, my same question will go to you. So there are two parts in this question. The first would be, you had passed out your class 12 in the year 2020, if I'm not wrong, and that's when you decided that you'd be taking up law. So why did you decide to take up law as a career? And by the time you'd passed out, again, as Diksha has mentioned, that Bennett was still new in 2020. We had just completed 4 years. So why did you choose Bennett University as a university where you would go forward and study the course of law? Over to you, Samarth.
Yes, sir. And likewise, thank you for the welcome. And coming to the question, sir, first of all, I didn't decide in 2020 that I want to do law. I had in my mind since class 6 that I want to pursue law and became a judge in the future. And this story is in itself inspiration to me. What happened actually, in the summer vacations of class 6, I went to my maternal's grandfather, and he was a judge at that time. And seeing the glory and seeing the fascination and the dignity and the respect on the society of the particular individual as a judge, that only prompted me and pushed me towards becoming a judge and taking law as a career. So unlike many other students, I had this thing clear in my mind that I want to pursue law. And coming to the second part of the question, why Bennett University? As you really well mentioned that it was only 4-year university, but actually that thing was a positive or advantageous part for me. Because I thought in my mind that if a university is new, then it will strive to be on the top. It will provide the students with the best possible amenities, the faculty, and coming to the faculty part itself, the university is top-notch. Professors, many of the professors have studied abroad, and majority of them have the globalized international arena interest. So that pushed me towards. And secondly, coming to the crowd of the university is itself in a small India. I have a batch of 115 students with me, and from every part of India. Me being a small town kid and from everywhere I have. So the crowd, the facilities and the faculty, and the opportunity for the holistic development of this child prompted me to choose Bennett University over this.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful way that you've answered. The first thing that caught my mind while you answered the fact was when a new university is established, it will definitely want to flourish into this particular field. And while the university is flourishing, obviously it's the faculty members and the students who would definitely grow with the university. So that is something which is heartwarming to listen. And you've also mentioned that you got impressed by your grandfather, who is definitely a judge. So this question is for Diksha. Is there anybody in your family who is into the litigation part, or who is from the field of law, or it was you who have decided overall that, okay, you'd be studying law out of the blue, maybe by doing some research?
So, sir, I do not have any family member who's, in the profession of law. I'll be the first generation lawyer. So, so I was really fascinated with the idea of law, because being in India, the Indian society revolves around the, basic concept of law. So I thought, why not choose law, because the society revolves around it. So that, gives you a upper hand on a lot of stuff. So that was
right.
the reason.
Right, and that's wonderful, because that is what I wanted to know. Good that we've got two people who have different point of views while they wanted to take up law. One got impressed by obviously a person who is there in the family, the other got impressed by the society, but both of you are working together and having a same feel that you would want to contribute to the society. So now that we understand that you had taken up law and you've chosen Bennett University, Samarth, I would want to hear from you more about the curriculum that is being there, because you've spent a couple of years at the university. So talk us about the curriculum of the law course that you're pursuing right now in BA.LLB.
Yes, sir. So before jumping to the curriculum part, I just want to point out that Bennett provides all the three types of courses: BA.LLB, BA.LLB, and 3-year LLB. So coming to the BA.LLB, which I am pursuing, the first 2 years are actually basically focused on the BA part, the art subjects, that is political science, sociology, history. Along with that, we have minor law subjects, that is law of torts, law of legal methods, law of criminology. And coming to from the 3rd year onwards, we have main core focus on the law part. So this is the curriculum part, and the other curriculum part for the law students at Bennett is that we have good court as a subject in the first semester itself. Like many of the students have this, I don't know, enthusiasm to do litigation. They have watched it in the Bollywood movies at how the arguments and all that thing is done. So we get to learn that in the very first semester of the course. So that is about the curriculum of BA.
Right. Thank you so much. And rightly pointed out about being fascinated by Bollywood movies, the jolly LLBs and the other part of the movies, which normally impress us. I also normally, when we counsel to the students, we point out this particular movies in the movie Jolly LLB Part 1, where at the end, at the climax, the judge also says that, in India, there are so many cases pending because, we don't have that many amount of lawyers in the country. So law is kind of a course. In fact, law is kind of a thing which is required in any field of a human being. So normally when I speak, when a person goes for marriage, you require a lawyer. When you go for a divorce too, you require a lawyer too. So yes, it is something we cannot ignore. But then at the end of the day, we don't have good amount of lawyers in the particular country. And that's where the constitution also stands for too. Okay, thank you so much for helping us about the curriculum. We'll move forward to you, Diksha. Now that Samarth has given us a kick on the found that how Bennett University has organized the curriculum. In the first year, the student studies. In the second year, the student goes for the exposure of the facts. So we'll talk about more of exposure in the form of internships. So let us know how important is it to have internships in the course of law, and how many internships are provided by Bennett University when the student goes for law, and what is the duration of them, and is it mandatory or not? So that is something we'd want to know.
Right. So I would start off with that we have a law placement committee which provides us with a lot of internships and placements. The thing is, being a law student, your experience is what you would require to survive in the field of law. because that's the thing that gives you the hands-on experience that is required. So yeah, we have a lot of internships. Personally, I've done a lot of internship provided by the university. We provide ample amount. Again, we have a lot of opportunities for law students here. We have research works. We have litigation based oriented internships. We have corporate based internships. So we have different fields of internship which would appeal to a student. So there are opportunities for internships and research work. Yeah, and the placements are great. There are opportunities for you again.
Okay, so
I believe,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I believe Samarth would like to add on that.
Yes,
as well.
Samarth, I was just coming to you itself. If you can just help us about the internships, because you've completed a couple of years, how many internships you've done personally and how many you're looking forward to do in the coming years?
Yes, sir. As Diksha very well pointed out that we have an internship and placement dedicated committee in the Law Institute or the Law School of the university. So I would just like to say, as you mentioned, I am from the 2020 batch, so I have spent first year of my college online. So the university provided with us with a dedicated platform named as Superset, in which the whole opportunities of the university internships were there, and we were supposed to submit our CV and apply for the internship, which appealed to us. And in that, if a number can define that, probably 100 plus internships are there. And we regularly get emails regarding the internships that are there and the deadlines are coming to which and the applications are open. So that we don't miss out on any internship opportunity, even though we don't have the interest in that particular field of law. And coming to my internships, I have completed 2 internships in the last 2 years. As I'm talking to you, I'm in my internship only. I'm doing a third internship, which is luckily a physical internship at the Mirzapur District and Session Court. So I'm enjoying it and learning from it.
That's wonderful. That's heartening to see that you are actually in the part of your internship and you have taken out time to interact with us and in fact explain to the students, and wonderfully mentioned by you and Diksha, the kind of internships provided by Bennett University starts on the very first year, which is again something that is the students should look up to. Now we talk about internship, we've talked about exposure, you have already told about the curriculum. So Samarth, I'll hold on to you and I'll ask you another question. When a student studies practical oriented courses, if I may tell you, for example, if a student goes for engineering, we tell them the importance of labs. So here also in the course of law, labs are not there, but moot courts are there. So if you can help us by understanding how important it is to practice in moot court, what is the infrastructure at Bennett University at moot court, and what are the facilities given during the mooting sessions in the university itself?
Absolutely, sir. So just likewise, the internship and placement committee, we have a moot court committee as well. The acronym is MCC, and it provides us with the moot competitions. But before going to that, I would like to point out the importance of meeting, as you asked. So litigation or mooting is something which every lawyer has to understand, or every lawyer has to learn, even if they don't want to go into litigation. Because doing moots give you the competition to stand and represent yourself and your client to the particular judge or the panel sitting in front of you. So that is the importance of mooting, and you can only learn this not by theory but by the practicals. Because many things you learn in the theory doesn't really apply in the real life. In the practical field, it never applies. If the truth is there. So mooting helps us to learn the things, the facts that how we have to dress and how we have to stand and how we have to present ourselves in front of the judge. That is what we learn in the moot court as a subject in the first semester. And after the subject, we do competitions intra-university and inter-university to more polish ourselves and hone our skills. And coming back to the MCC provides us regularly with the competitions. We are free to form our own teams. We have to participate in a particular competition. And we also have a reimbursement procedure in the university regarding the fees of the moot court competitions. If we go to the semi-finals, then the reimbursement of the whole amount will be there, and we have a different steps in that, and the stages and the slots for reimbursement. So Bennett supports us in every manner possible for the mooting and push and provides us the platform to use mooting and develop ourselves as lawyers.
Oh, wonderful. How wonderfully you've explained the fact. So it's not only the fact that the student would be practicing, but then how they stand in front of the judge, what is the way to dress up, how to address is something which is very, very important. And that's why, the moot courts plays a very important role in a university and the infrastructure. And you've also told that if a student successfully qualifies for the semifinals, the amount is also being, refunded. This is something which acts as a motivation, like a scholarship been given to me. So thank you so much, Samarth. It's wonderful way that you're explaining, both you and Diksha. So Diksha, I'll come to you because this is another part in the course of law, the workshops and guest lectures, because, that is again something you get to know when a visiting faculty or somebody from the world of law and litigation comes and explains me something in the classroom. That is very important. And also kind of workshops that are undertaken at the university. If you can throw some light on that, Diksha, to you.
Yes, sir. So when it comes to workshops and other competitions, the thing is, we have a lot of workshops. Just like last semester, we had a workshop at Constitution Club of India in Delhi. So that's a great thing. That's a huge thing for the law school. And we have a lot of guest lectures on new topics as ADR is on the rise. So we've had at least two guest lectures on that till now. So yeah, we are there. We have ADR clinics, we have legal aids. So there are opportunities for students. We take out students to the to the nearest villages for the pro bono week and stuff. There are a lot of workshops going on in the law school itself on different topics. So yeah, we have different choices, since some of us are into ADR, some of us are into litigations. So there are a lot of workshops on the particular topic that is going on. And the thing is, not only the workshops, Bennett provides us with the certificate of that particular workshop as well. So the workshops come with an added value to them. So that's a great thing.
Right. So that is again something very important that you stressed upon. It is not only the workshops or the kind of guest lectures that they're doing, but again, along with the workshops, you're getting a certificate which adds value to your CV, which you can portray in your portfolio and explain at the time of placement opportunities. This comes in handy. Right. Thank you. Now that we've understood about the curriculum, both of you have explained. Samarth told us about the the internship. In fact, Diksha told us the internship both with Samarth. Samarth told us about the moot course. Diksha, you told me about the what do you call, the workshops that are happening in the university. Very, very important point I would want to touch upon, and I want a feedback from both of you. Maybe I'll start with Diksha, because you're unmute, because you're there last time. So we'll talk about the faculties of Bennett University. Help us by understanding the quality of faculties and in what way the faculties are giving an extra effort for the students in order to know, for the students to grow together along with the university. So over to you, Diksha, about the faculty feedback.
Right. So I will start with saying that not only the faculty, but we can reach out to our dean as well. Yeah. So there are any problems you're facing with our curriculum, with our academics, we can reach out to the dean as well. The faculty is great. They are, they are PhD holders. A lot of them are PhD holders. A lot of them are pursuing their PhDs in law subjects. So we have a really good faculty at Bennett. They are, graduates of, really, really good universities. So not only that, the faculty is really friendly as well. If you have doubts, you can reach out after the, college hours as well. They'll be there to, they're really dedicated to helping you with your course. So there are, certain things that you have to keep in mind when you're reaching out to faculty. That's the only thing. But the faculty is always there. The quality of the faculty is really great. They're really friendly. They're really helping. Right. So one of the incident there. So I had a really, tough question there was, and it was just before the exam. So a lot of faculties are not there, but the faculty at Bennett is really friendly. So I reached out to my respective professor. She was kind enough to, give me a brief about it, even, in the times of examinations when they are busy with their particular course. So yeah, Bennett provides you with, all-round experience in everything, not only the academics, but extracurricular too. So there are, really dedicated faculty for you.
Right. So Samarth, if you can touch upon any such incident like Diksha has mentioned, where the faculty has been, helpful to you. Obviously, the faculties would be your mentors in the class, but then what about, what is your point of view about the faculties that you are receiving in your program? Samarth, you mute.
Yes, sir. And to be very honest, I can recall many incidents because I'm kind of more into extracurricular activities. So I had to skip my few of the classes. So the recent incident which happened was with my economics teacher. So what happened? She was taking a revision class and she dedicatedly emailed us that I am going to take the revision class of this particular topic and you all have to be there who want to listen and learn. And I didn't went to the class because I was sleeping. And yeah, so the next day I went to her and I said, ma'am, I want to just know what is the particular thing. And she was like, I will not tell you. And the moment I was like, ma'am, please, and she was like, I'm joking, she'll relax. So for the whole 25 minutes, she made me sat in her chamber and she explained me the stuff again. So for a faculty, for a senior faculty to just explain a particular student, a particular topic again, just for the reason because the student couldn't come to do some, I don't know, idiotic reason, that is a great thing.
Okay, all right. That's a genuine feedback that we have received from both the students. Now that Samarth has spoken about the extracurricular activities, so we'll jump from the academics to the campus life of a student. So for both you, Diksha and Samarth, first I wanted to know about the hostel facilities provided. Diksha, from you, because you being a lady, safety and security plays an important part because people from all parts of India are coming here to study. So help us understanding about the hostel facilities and the hygiene factors. And I will move towards Samarth where he will explain about the extracurricular activities, maybe the sports facilities, which we've heard of at Bennett University. So over to you, Diksha, about the hostel facilities provided.
Right. So right now we are, giving out wind sharing because of the COVID guidelines. Right. So the hostel facilities are, just as any other hostel, but a notch up. So we have great security. We have friendly housekeeping staff. We have security that's always there in your hostel. Yeah. So when it comes to the hostels, the rooms are really spacious, right? The floors are really great. We have, a theme going on in the whole university you would like, right? So now we are on the topic of hostel. I'm sure a lot of people would, think about what about the mess. So we have great mess. Actually, how the mess is like everywhere. So it's great. The food is, we have a different menu every day. So you don't have to worry about the boring, the boring food always. We have a lot of facilities. We provide laundry facilities. We have housekeeping facilities. Everything is there for you. It's a leisure life when it comes to your, hostel and stuff. So yeah. And a lot of, parents, being a girl, my parents were really concerned about the security. So we have really strict security here. There are certain, measures you have to follow even to get out of the universities. So yeah. So for the parents, it's a plus point that the security is really great. You wouldn't have to worry about your kid here. So yeah.
Right. Thank you so much. This is something which is the icing on the cake when it comes to not only security, but you talked about the mess, which is something that every student and the parent most often looks to. What is my daughter eating? What is my son eating? Whether they've been given the same food day in and day out is something, again, which bothers a lot of parents. So thank you so much, Diksha, for giving an honest feedback. Over to you, Samarth, about the extracurricular activities which you were talking about and the sports facilities maybe in the campus that have been provided to all the students.
Yes, sure, sir. I'll come to that. But before that, I just want to add one more statement in the mess feedback. Our mess is actually delicious, and what I do, I being at my hometown right now, and we have the Cool platform in which we get the menu of the mess, what is actually made. So I usually check the menu, what is there in the mess, and what is I'm eating at home, and the mess of the food is leveled up. So that happens, but yeah, coming to the original question regarding the extracurricular activities and the sports facilities. So as we talk of now, at Bennett, there are 26 clubs and societies working for the welfare of the students and organizing events on a regular and daily basis, actually, I would say, because last semester, I was the comedy club secretary of the university. So I organized 3 to 4 events in the short tenure of mine, which in itself have a complete stand-up competition, which are a comedy carnival, which I organized for the whole university students. Azgulla was the name, right? And other than that, we have a dedicated clubs for every respect. I can say we have a yoga club, we have a dancing club, singing club, and these are the common club. Other than that, we have a road safety club. If it can, we have a tree plantation club, and everything is there in the university. So out of the 26 club, it cannot be possible that a student doesn't have interest in any of it. And if it is the case, then you can actually presume your idea to the student welfare officers, and you can get a club established also. So this is the leverage which we have at Bennett for the clubs and the extracurricular functionalities. Other than that, talking about the sports, we have a sports fest expedite every year it happens. And other than that, we have ample amount of sports. A student can actually go anywhere. I myself play for the volleyball team. I uh, practice volleyball matches and regular practice matches we have for the volleyball team. Other than that, we have all the basic sports and some extra sports as well: cricket, basketball, squash, table tennis. I have a list to name them. So yeah, we have a pretty holistic thing at Bennett.
Right, right.
I'm
Yes,
really
Diksha,
sorry.
you want to
I
add a
would
point?
like to add a few points. So we have 40 plus clubs at Bennett. So anything you're interested in, we have a club for you. And since the university is student centric, we have a student council as well. Both me and Samarth have been a part of student council. So it's pretty easy to, connect with the student council if you need anything, to happen at university, you connect with the student council. So yeah, the university is student centric. So that's a great thing about the university.
Right, right. Wonderfully put forward, because this is something again which I personally would want to stress upon, because kids from today's generation would want to combine academics with sports and extracurricular. And Bennett believes in the fact that all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy or Jill a dull girl. So that's why these clubs are very, very important. And as you said, there is a student council. So whenever any particular student faces any particular problem, the student council with the first team to jump and help the student, and any kind of problems that the student faces would be addressed then and there itself. So yes, thank you so much, both of you. We've almost discussed every aspect of the course of law and also have touched upon the facilities provided by Bennett. One last question to both of you would be, maybe Diksha, I'll start with you. We've spoken about the internship and placements. Now, law is kind of a course or career wherein the students, or maybe a person who is passed out, can also join a firm and work, or maybe start up their own, a clinic and start acquiring clients and be a professional individually in that respect. So how important it is, after studying the 5-year law program, to go for higher studies in case there it is, because we know LLM programs are there. There are other PGD programs also offered at Bennett. So what is your idea about going for higher studies in the field of law?
Right. So the topic of higher studies, actually the thing is, if the student prefers to have a higher education on their resume, then LLM is really great. We missed a point actually. Bennett even provides summer schools. We have collaborated with a lot of international universities. So there are summer schools. People go out in winters as well. So we are providing you with everything we can. Right. We have international collaborations. We have students going out for the research purposes as well. So yeah, LLM, when it comes to LLM, it totally is on the student. If they want to, have a specialization in their particular field, they can opt for LLM. So Bennett, provides you with the best degree out there. With after BA.LLB, you can pursue your LLM. So you have a base. You just touch upon the subject you want to. So that's exactly what LLM is.
Right. Thank you so much. And I would like to thank you a little more, because you've just touched upon the summer school fact and also both the international collaborations which are there, which definitely benefits the students and helps the students to excel. That is something we missed, in fact, and that is something you've touched upon. So added point to that. With that, we would end today's discussion, the student diaries. I had a wonderful time interacting with you, Diksha and Samarth. we had gained so much knowledge about not only the curriculum, but also about the facilities offered at Bennett, the opportunities, the moot courts, the way we address to the problems, the student councils, the clubs, and you've touched upon very recently about international collaborations. Thank you once again. I'm sure all the questions that are there in the mind of the students, all the doubts that were in the mind of the students who are watching us live has been answered in case we're going live right now. So if there is anybody who would want to watch the recorded sessions in YouTube, it is updated in YouTube. So the students would be able to watch that also. So with that, thank you, Diksha. Thank you, Samarth, once again for sparing your time. Samarth, you were in the middle of an internship. You decided to give your time to us. Thank you so much to Diksha also. All the best to all the students. This is the part of information to all the students and the parents. Right now, in fact, today the CBSE board result got announced. So we've got only 120 seats for BA.LLB and 120 for BB.LLB. 80% of the seats are already filled. So those who have already applied at Bennett, this is the right time now that your results are out. You put up your results in the Bennett portal and complete your fees payment and get yourself on board at Bennett University with a set of wonderful students like Diksha and Samarth with us. And those who haven't yet applied, maybe it's getting late. This is the right time to do it and get yourself on board. We also do take students through CLAT and LSAT results apart from board results. So we also have got attractive scholarships offered on the basis of board, CLAT and LSAT results. So students, whoever is watching this YouTube session, do not waste your time. If you haven't paid for it, or if you haven't applied, apply as soon as possible because the seats are getting full. Thank you once again, Diksha. Thank you, Samarth, for sparing your time. Until we meet again next time, next Wednesday or next Friday with the students, all the best to everybody. Best of luck to you, Diksha, for the couple of years you have, Samarth for the next 3 years, and hopefully we'll meet again somewhere in the campus itself. Thank you so much.
For sure. Thank you for having us.
For sure. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.